Well, you almost miss Senor Margallo and his bluster and his nonsense. Look, I have said in public what my position is from the day that I was elected as Chief Minister of Gibraltar. I would welcome the continuation of the tripartite forum. I would always be prepared to meet a Spanish minister, in particular the Minister for Foreign Relations of Spain, but I would meet him on the basis that meetings are not secret. I don't think it is appropriate that that should be the case, and I would meet him on the basis that we discuss absolutely everything that is in the common interest of people on both sides of the frontier to discuss, except the issue of sovereignty, which, whilst I am Chief Minister, will not be discussed with Spain at all. That is a matter entirely for Gibraltar and the United Kingdom and for the people of Gibraltar to decide. So in that context, when an approach was made privately, I gave the same response that I give publicly, and as a result, the date that I think he'd put in his meeting as a proposed date for us to meet was not going to go ahead.
Also claiming that a lot of people in Gibraltar supporting joint sovereignty. Would you also put this down to bluster?
Senor Margallo has said that a lot of people are talking about joint sovereignty. Well, they must be in the circles in which he moves. He must be talking about joint sovereignty in Madrid, where he spends his time, in Seville, where he spends his time. I know that the only talking that there has been about joint sovereignty in Gibraltar is a unanimous rejection of the idea that we might go back on the decision that we made in 2002 in the context of the offer made then and the referendum decision of the people of Gibraltar 15 years ago, in keeping with the referendum decision 50 years ago that we are celebrating this year from 1967. Frankly, I think to talk about joint sovereignty is something that is in the past. Senor Margallo should have understood that this was not an issue to put in the context of Brexit or to put at all. I think his successor has a better feel for where joint sovereignty is. He seems to be slowly edging it to the side. I don't think he can completely abandon the position put by his predecessor, but I think he edges it to the side, says it's generous, says that it's a matter that is not going to be imposed, but is not pursuing it at this stage because he would be on a hiding to nothing if he sought to pursue that. And you and I know, Christine, that Spain has more important issues to worry about, and in particular this week, than trying to revive old ghosts like joint sovereignty over Gibraltar.
Chief Minister, if I can take you on to something else, and Joint Ministerial Council, describe the meeting. How would you say it went?
Well, it was a positive and engaging meeting, as it always is in the context of the Joint Ministerial Council set up for Gibraltar's exit from the European Union. Robin Walker was present for the department from exiting the European Union, and also Stephen Barclay, who's the Economic Secretary to the Treasury, a senior Treasury Minister, looking at the detail of the work that's been done in the working group set up on insurance, on financial services, on gaming. Also, there were non-ministerial representations from the Department of the Environment, from the Home Office, from DCMS, and we were able to ensure that the work we are doing is on track, and that energetic and enthusiastic work that we're doing to ensure that we deliver a Brexit that is successful for Gibraltar.
And also agreed to establish new groups.
Well, we've agreed to establish new groups in order to start doing that detailed work. So we're now moving also to some of the physical aspects of what Brexit will mean. We'll be dealing with the border, we'll be dealing with environmental issues, which of course also deal with waters, etc. That work needs to now be taken to a conclusion. We have ensured that we've fed all the information necessary to DEXU in the heat maps that the Deputy Chief Minister's Department prepared over last summer. We've ensured that we talked about all of the issues that are relevant. Now, having done that, it's about identifying the new way in which we will protect the environment in Gibraltar, how we'll deal with the border, etc., in a way that is in keeping with the arrangements that will be done by DEXU for the United Kingdom in its future relationship with the European Union. There, the devil will be in the detail for Gibraltar, and that's why we have to descend into working groups, not just deal with this at an interministerial level, start dealing with this at the level of officials who know the dotting of the I's and the crossing of the T's is more important than perhaps some of the issues that we'll be able to have the time to get into with ministers.